Hello and welcome. The Coffee Lovers Box is back. My name is Joseph Robertson. I own and publish Coffee Lovers Magazine, Coffee Lovers TV, and Coffee Lovers Radio, and I am pleased to bring back the Coffee Lovers Box. This is the Coffee Lovers Box number 2, and I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what this is all about in this video. Ever since I launched Coffee Lovers Magazine, I've been on the quest of giving you the same opportunities that I've had to discover really good coffee, opening the doors to what coffee can really taste like. Because once you've had a really good experience with coffee, it just kind of changes your whole perspective. We all kind of grow up with coffee in our lives in one way or another, and I think we all have certain kind of expectations of what coffee is supposed to taste like or should taste like. And whatnot. And I've certainly gone through those kind of experiences myself. It wasn't until I was fortunate enough to have someone else introduce me to really good tasting coffee, really well-made coffee, that I finally understood why so many people rave about the taste of coffee. So I came about and I brought Coffee Lovers Box number 1, which is all about really great tasting coffee. 3 of my favorite coffees from 3 of my favorite roasters, and just introducing you to what good coffee can taste like. And I'm continuing that with box number 2. This is again 3 of my favorite coffees from 3 of my favorite roasters. 2 of these roasters, if you saw Coffee Lovers Box number 1, you will recall 2 of these roasters. We have Conduit Coffee and Veltons, who are back for box number 2. The third roaster, I've gone with a different roaster this time, just because I'm really in love with this particular coffee right now. Anchorhead Coffee Roasters from Seattle. I'm gonna do a quick overview of all 3 of these. Now the box comes with 4 ounces of each of these coffees, one of these coffees from each of these roasters, and you just get to explore the taste of really good coffee. And not just taste good coffee, but I'm giving you a delightful range of taste experiences. All of these roasters that I work with source the coffee really well. The green coffee quality is exceptional, and they are also very talented roasters, so we're really showcasing some truly excellent coffee. Now, let me go through each of the coffees really quickly. So now one thing you'll notice is that I like to give my coffees kind of my own little interpretive name, and that name is based off of the kind of taste experience that I have with the coffee. Now, for example, this Conduit Coffee, this is their Ship Canal blend, and I call this dark chocolate pie. Now, this is more of a darker roast, and that's kind of intriguing for me because traditionally I'm not that much of a dark roast person, but there are a few out there that I find really delicious, and this is one of them. Part of the challenges in a darker roast is that you can easily burn the beans, you can burn the oils in the coffee, but a Conduit, they're able to take the roast to a deep enough level so that you get a lot of those rich, deep sugars that come from roasting dark, but they still carry with it some of the delightful origin characteristics of the coffee. So it's, I call it, like I said, dark chocolate pie. So that dark chocolate flavor is really prevalent in this roast. It's really the hallmark. I've reviewed this particular coffee before on the channel. It's changed slightly since I reviewed it then. It has this sort of added bit of richer sweetness, I think, element, this sort of toasted pie crust, I like to call it, because when I drink it, what I think of is like a dark chocolate pie. And you could even add like whipped cream onto your coffee as well, like you might on that kind of pie, and I mean, that would be a real treat, wouldn't it? So another aspect I love about the Ship Canal, the dark chocolate pie, is that this brews tremendously well with a cold brew. I'm going to talk more on that in that particular coffee's video, but one thing about each of these is that I wanted you to be able to prepare them as cold coffees if you so desired. So this one, really classic cold brew. It's dark chocolate, sweet, rich cold brew. So delicious. So I'm really excited for you to see what high quality dark roast can be like. I think it's an incredible experience when you do find something like that. So that's a really delicious coffee. The next one, we have Velton's coffee again. And this time from Velton, we have a Sumatra Bergandal farm. And this is a particularly interesting coffee. I've really been enjoying going through this coffee. Quite intriguing. I call it vanilla toffee. To be honest, that's exactly what it's like. It's really strong in 2 distinct flavors, and that is a vanilla. There's a really strong, distinct sweet vanilla flavor. Like, it's very smooth. The coffee's very smooth. And there's this absolutely apparent toffee flavor throughout. Really delicious. So this one, the vanilla, the toffee, it's got a rich sweetness, but it's so smooth. It's so intriguingly smooth. And vanilla rich. I just love it. And it's really fantastic as well on ice. That is also a wonderful experience. Again, I'll talk about that one and the iced coffee more in the video for that coffee, which you'll be able to see below. Lastly, the new roaster for this round, Anchorhead Coffee and their Ethiopia Aricha. This coffee screams blueberries and fruit. And it's a real contrast between these three coffees. You're going dark and rich and chocolate. You got this smooth vanilla and toffee and intriguing, like, I mean, you're not going to find that in any other kind of coffee, to be honest. That kind of taste experience, really kind of cool and unique. And this coffee, Ethiopian coffees are often really well known for their fruitiness. And what I like about this is it's not just that it has this really strong blueberry element to it, but it's not really all that much like tea. There's a rich cake-like sweetness combined with the fruit that I think makes for a really good coffee. So I call it blueberry cupcakes. That is really fun coffee and so phenomenal as an iced coffee as well. I really hope that you do try at least making an iced coffee. If you make a pour over or a drip or use any kind of automated, brewing machine or something like that, you can make an iced coffee really easily with that. And it's a really fun experience to taste coffee as an iced coffee and as a hot coffee. You get to taste different things in different ways from the same coffee. This one is an iced coffee, comes off just smooth, sweet, and blueberry. And it's just like, it's almost like blueberry fruit juice. It's quite the experience. So I'm really excited for these three coffees. I know that you're gonna love them. So again, the Coffee Lovers box comes with each of these coffees, 4 ounces, a whole bean or ground as you choose. If you have a particular brew method that you use and you need coffee ground for that, feel free when you order to respond to your order and let me know how you're brewing. And I can make sure, you will see some grind size options, drip, immersion like French press, espresso, etc. But if you do want to make sure that it's absolutely correct, you can tell me what you're brewing with, and I can make sure that we get you the best possible grind for that. You'll see on the page that there's a timer, and this is just the same way as I did Coffee Lovers box number 1. Everyone's coffee, all the boxes, all the coffee will be roasted at once. And one of the main reasons I do that is freshness. Now this is another reason why I love these roasters, is that they really focus on getting you the coffee at its freshest. So if you were to go into any of the cafes where their coffee is served or order coffee from them, all the coffee you get has been recently roasted. If you order directly from them, they roast to order. If you go into a cafe, where they serve their coffee, all the coffee has been roasted recently. The reason for that is that coffee is quite volatile. And to get the best out of coffee, to understand what good coffee really tastes like, you really need the coffee to be fresh. And so I respect very much that freshness, that approach to freshness. And so I have to do all of the boxes at once. So I can make sure that the coffee gets to you as fresh as if you ordered from the roaster themselves. So the timer at the top of the page will indicate the end of the order time for this particular Coffee Lovers box. You have until Friday, July 21st, 11:59 p.m. and that's Pacific time. At that point, orders will close and you can no longer order this Coffee Lovers box. Now you'll notice another thing on the page, this is something new, is that we're now accepting subscriptions for the Coffee Lovers box. So if you want to just order one Coffee Lovers box, not worry about a subscription or anything like that, that's no problem. It'll just be $22 and shipping is included. Now, if you do like the idea of subscription, you can save a little bit of money. The monthly subscription is $20 and shipping is included, so you can save a little bit going with a monthly subscription, and you'll make sure that you never miss out. Another thing, I work with really small roasters in Seattle because they're doing some of the best work, I think. And some of these coffees sometimes can run out. So that's one of the reasons month to month coffees will be changing. I want to, of course, give you an exploration of coffee, but also coffees will just be gone. This particular month, we're going to have a somewhat limited amount of boxes that we can sell. I don't quite have an exact number on that right now, but if and when we do sell out of the available boxes, it will say sold out on the page. The reason why I'm bringing that up is if you do subscribe, you will automatically get into the next month, so you won't miss out. So if in the future, and I am putting a box together and I do include a coffee that has a limited quantity of box, if you are subscribed, you are guaranteed to get the next box. No problem. But if you aren't, it's possible we can sell out and you might miss out. So if you do want to make sure that you enjoy ongoing explorations with the Coffee Lovers Box, just hit that subscribe button, and thank you for joining the community. If you have any questions, feel free to hit the chat button in the lower right corner of your screen. You can leave a message for me, or if I'm online, I'll be available to chat. You can also email me at support@coffeeloversmag.com. I do answer all the emails personally because I'm doing that. Sometimes there can be a little bit of a delay. I'll absolutely get back to you as soon as possible for all your questions. Once again, really excited to bring you this Coffee Lovers Box number 2. I hope you enjoy it. Place your order today. Don't miss out. Let's keep the Coffee Lovers exploration going.